Morning guys, let's have a quick look at our markets today. So let's first have a look at market sentiment. So for today, let's see where we are. As you can see, it indicates the FTSE is a strong sell. That's quite important for today. S&P is also a strong sell. DAX neutral, Euro stocks is buy. On the Forex, we've got the Euro as a strong sell against the dollar. Strong sell against the yen and the Swiss franc as well. We've got the pound as a strong sell. That's key because we're looking at, everything seems to favor the dollar today. So bullish dollar sentiment. Except this one, the yen, but that's more bullish yen. But I want to look at the pound specifically because of the FTSE saying strong sell. We've got the S&P saying strong sell. Euro stocks being a buy. Let's have a look. So dollar index, we can see that it's doing a bit of a retrace or a reversal here. We had this downward move and there's one long candle now. Seems to be doing okay. This is the Euro 50 index. Let's ignore that. We've already looked at the stocks 50. Okay, so this is the pound dollar. We've had this big move up and it looks like it's double topping now. I've seen this before. This move to the upside tends to lose steam when it reaches this level. Let's just go to our daily, draw in some lines like we like to do. This line where it is today, that's going to be our key. Got one there, which will change to magenta. And then we've got the one up top there, which was relevant there as well. And let's do one below. Got this level. That's a pretty obvious level. And below that, we've got this level. It's also pretty obvious. It's respected that level recently. Okay. So price has moved in this range not too long ago. It went up to that line, came all the way down. Okay, so what else can we see? We've got our price ranges. Let's go down to our H4. Try and draw in some more levels. Make them blue. Obviously this level where it's at now is relevant, or where it turned recently is relevant. And then we'll do one more, in respecting it to both sides. Okay, then we'll go to H1. Doubt there will be anything additional to add. There's this level, we could add it. Let's see. Okay. Those are our key levels. And I also want to look at the pound, New Zealand dollar. There's a little bit of a flag effect there. I'd be cautious of that. And then the last one I want to look at is the AUD New Zealand dollar. It's been ranging up on the daily. If you look at the H4 and H1 charts, you can quite clearly see it's testing the downside on this wedge, on this triangle. So if it breaks through there, it should come down to this level somewhere, at the least, very least. It's been testing it for a while. We've also got another little zone going. So it's in this zone. And while it's testing the downside, you should keep an eye on it. It's always dangerous to trade against the trend. But I mean, this is at a double top and a key resistance level. It's quite significant actually. So we'll see if it breaks through there to the upside or actually breaks this triangle to the downside. Should see a bit of a recovery to this level, which we can maybe profit from. Yeah, so today's trades seem to be reversal signals. I see it in both the pound dollar, the AUD New Zealand dollar, even the pound New Zealand dollar. The pound's been doing very well, but it's kind of losing momentum now. And that to me is something to keep an eye on. When it starts losing momentum, we could potentially see reversal. Because it had really good fundamentals releases this morning. I can quickly show you that. Just look at that. We've got the core retail sales were pretty good, double what was forecast. And the retail sales, really good figures, much better than market expectation. We've got another set of PMIs being released on the pound as well. So we'll see what those figures are. That could push the pound in one direction or another. This is happening in about an hour from now. So we'll see what happens there. I think it's quite important to keep an eye on the pound today. The euro also has some data releasing, so that could be significant as well, especially considering all the market sentiments we saw earlier for the euro. So it's something to keep an eye on, I think. But for me personally, I'm going to look at three specific pairs today. The pound dollar, which has already shown it's losing momentum to the upside. That little doji, followed by a red candle and a bigger red candle. If there's another red candle there that breaks this white line, it's definitely a reversal. I think we'll go for this target then. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. And then this one I'm just checking if it's reversing. I probably won't trade this because this is like my kryptonite currency. If you look at the ATR there, 100-day ATR, you'll see 312 points per candle. Now, a small move, let's just say a normal move, not something extreme like this, but a normal move, just say from here to median, that is 1,700 points, which is a good move. But if that's against you, say you buy there thinking, oh, it's a nice uptrend, and then it reverses, that's 1,500 points. That's it, 160, 170 pips against you in the blink of an eye. So I tend to stay away from this currency pair. It's quite volatile, and there's a lot of profit to be made, but there's so many negative things about it. It's got a high spread. The stop levels are probably the highest. The ATR, that I just described, the volatility is insane. It's got bad swaps as well. This is also some of the highest swaps from my broker. So this is a currency pair I tend to stay away from, but it is reaching that double bottom. So I'll keep an eye on that. And then the odd New Zealand dollar, this is where I'm going to look to trade as well. If it breaks the downside, we should be good to go for another push further down, you know, somewhere. Let's remove this. A small move potentially to this line. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a push down to there, and we'll see if it breaks this triangle. If it does break, I'm going short only till this trend line is touched, then I'll get out. So I'll obviously put it spread above the trend line, and I'll probably just touch it and then move back up. So yeah, today's trades will be a little risky. We're looking for reversal or potential trades that go against the overall trend, and I'm not a fan of that. Obviously, we want to go with the trend if we can, but I don't think we'll get the opportunity today. Obviously, if this thing turns around, breaks out to the upside, it will retest this level. And I mean, I can't buy when it's so close to a potentially swing high level that it's respected so many times in the past. Let me just show you again. Go to the daily. Look at the H4, at least we'll see something then. Yeah, okay, so it's a bit long ago. But you'll see there, potentially, that it reversed right at that level. When it was on an uptrend, it reversed there. And on the uptrend, it reversed on the one just before it initially. Then something obviously fundamentally happened to push it through. It came back down. It tested the first line again, broke through again, and then reversed there. So that to me says that it's testing this line. It came back. It tested that line. It came back. It tested this line again. Tested this line again, and it came back. It could potentially try and test it again, and you know that's not something you want to buy. You don't want to buy at that level. You want it to break through that level and keep pushing, but it's already kind of overbought. If you look at the overall pattern for the daily, we're right at the upside there of this equidistance channel. So it seems risky. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll trade it on the reversal, but I won't trade it if the trend continues. If it breaks to the upside, I can't see myself buying at that level. It needs to break through, but I expect a little move to the side, little sideways movement, a bit more consolidation, and then a break. If it's a break to the downside, we can see re-entering there or there, potentially, depending on what price action does at that point. But yeah, that's what I'm keeping an eye on. The dollar, or the pound dollar, potential double top. And same thing for the pound New Zealand dollar. The pound is losing momentum across the board, so we'll keep an eye on it to potentially reverse. And then the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, this one is key. It's a potential reversal, so I'll keep an eye on that. Okay, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Good luck and enjoy.